Hello, I'm going to show you the difference in PA system layout now for Mustard Seed, how it's going to work on a Sunday. So you still have the stage setup, pair of monitors, there's two speakers either side, and the screen and projector. But now, instead of looking to that side of stage to plug in, I'm going to come over here and look underneath this side of stage. Here we find a stage box set up here. This has got all of the inputs you're going to need. There's 16 inputs. You can see here there's two outputs as well. Those go into an amplifier, which is set here. You can see on here it's labelled as mains and monitors. So this one, this output from the amplifier comes and feeds the main speakers, and then this output, as you can see, goes and feeds a pair of monitors on the floor. So first thing on a Sunday, all you need to do is come and open this drape. This is the power that you guys need for your musicians, so that's all plugged in and on. And on this amplifier set up here, once you've plugged everything in, there is a power switch just here. If you push that, you see those lights come on. The amplifier is now on and the volumes are both up. You can just turn those up and leave them on full. Should be absolutely fine. We'll just turn that off for the moment. Need to plug a console in. So this is your stage setup. Here you have 16 channels all tested and working, and then 2 sends back to the stage, so similar to what you had before. So that now feeds a new setup in this corner of the hall, and you'll see in this corner there are 3 cables. The first is this audio multi-core cable. So this is what was going to plug into your sound desk, and there's 16 channels and 2 returns. Okay. There's also a power feed. Just be aware this has switches on each individual one, so if it's not working, just check that this is actually switched on each one. So, but that light there shows you that it's powered, but then there's individual switches. So you have a power feed, and then you have this cable here which goes to the projector. So I'm just going to show you how each of these plugs in. We'll start, just going to use my console for the moment, but obviously you're going to plug in your mixing deck into this as well. So I'll just plug these in. You can see on here it's labelled just there, so that's just 14. So I'm going to plug that into 14 and just do all of this quickly. This is where it's really useful to have the ability to speed up time. So plug those in. They're roughly grouped in groups of 4. You can see this. So holding these 4 together, and that is number 9. So into 9, 11, 12, and 10. Obviously you don't need to plug in all of these channels if you're not going to use all of these channels. So it depends on the size of your console. We've got a 24 channel console, so I can plug in all 16 lines, no problem. Plug those in. Plug the remaining 4 in, and then I'll plug in the main speakers. They're the sends to the stage, which hopefully should be all easy to see how it's going to work. So, and that's channel 6. So that's all the inputs plugged in, and then there are 2 jack sends to the stage and 2 XLR sends. Now we've labelled these. One's labelled main PA because that goes to the main speakers. The other one is monitor fallback. So on this console I'm going to plug this into my main PA, and then this is my send to the monitors. So when I've got this adapter on it, it uses an XLR, but I've put an adapter on it so that you can plug it in via an aux send. So that's how you plug in the console. I'm just going to power this up to be the same routine that you would use there. Make sure that's switched on there. Go in. Okay, that's on. And now obviously once the sound disc is turned on, we can go back to stage and turn the amplifier on with that switch there. Now that's on, and if I put my ear next to the speaker I can hear a hiss coming out of the speaker, which tells me that something is plugged in. I'm going to plug in a microphone and just test that. I'm just going to plug this in an additional channel. So here's a microphone, that's my main speakers. I'll turn this up, you can hear that coming out through the main PA, and then if I turn it up on the monitors, you can hear it working in the monitors. So that's the PA system. Whatever your console is, pretty much it'll look very similar to this. Okay, so that's the sound system, and then this is the feed to the projector, which, like I said, has got a projector written on it. So you'll need this, but you will also need the projector remote. So the projector remote will normally live over there because the church would have used it the last time they were in, but you probably recognise it. It looks like this. So the first thing I need to do is turn the projector on. So if I look up at the projector, if I push this left button, you can see the lights turn to green on the projector. And then after that, it's a case of choosing the right connection. So I'm going to plug in my iPad into this projector. So I've just got a test image up on my iPad, and an adapter. Obviously you're going to plug in your own laptop into that. So that's all plugged in. That gives me a feed to the projector, and as you can see, it's coming out the projector, because on here by default the input will be set to HDMI, that one there. So in order to make this work for that connection, you need to choose computer 1, that connection there. So it says computer 1, that'd be the one you want to choose in order to get that connection up on the screen. After that, it may not look that amazing because it might have the wrong aspect. So this connection here says aspect. This is what you would need to change. So if I modify the aspect ratio, you'll see that. It changes and gets smaller or taller or wider. So before you change too much on the computer, just check that aspect button there. That will help you out to get it to sound good. So the important thing is, again, power on, aspect, and then obviously make sure that you've selected computer 1 to work. When you're finished, obviously when the church is over, you need to then use the standby button and turn. You have to hit it twice and it turns the projector off. Hit that again, there you go, and it turns it off. But please turn it off when you're finished, because otherwise it uses up the lamp hours. Same thing with the PA system. In order to turn the PA system off, you're going to want to turn the amplifier off first. So come back over to this side of stage, just open this up, and on here, you don't need to worry about the volume controls. If you just turn the amplifier off, just hit that button, that turns it off. That saves means you can safely turn the PA system, the desk off, and without too much of a problem. So all of those cables will be in this corner here. You see this is the staff room. Will be in this corner, tucked away safely here, and so that should make life on Sunday a lot easier.